Hello guys, how are you doing? So, welcome back to my reactions, and as you can see I'm going to watch the Fate Kaleid movie today. So, I'm really curious to find out about what's going to be happening during this movie, as we saw that this past season ended with Chiro about to talk to these girls about what actually happened before they arrived, and basically explaining a bit of how things were before this whole situation occurred. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to learn more about this story, and to get some more explanations about things that I still don't really understand, and one of them being about Tanaka. So she's really mysterious and she's really special, but I still don't really understand her power. We saw how in the last episode she basically threw her arm to these girls and it became a sword, and it was really effective against this mud and was a big help to make them kind of defeat these guys for now. So yeah, it's something that I really hope that gets explained at some point, and hopefully this movie will show a lot about Tanaka. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's definitely going to be really hard for these girls to deal with Julian and Beatrice and Erica, who's apparently a bit different right now. She's basically someone else, or basically possessed by something else. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm definitely really curious to find out more about this. And I really like this past season. It was full of adventures, and we had to see how they had to struggle a lot to try and rescue Miu, but in the end they managed to do it. So it was a really nice ending for the season, but nothing is over yet. So they still have to defeat these guys, and it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. I also loved how they managed to get Angelica on their side, mostly because she felt discarded by the Ainsworths. And it's going to be also interesting to see what she does and how she's going to be of help to these guys, because we know that she's really strong. I'm not too sure if she has the archer card or not. I'm not too sure if she lost it during that fight because she got defeated. But yeah, we'll see about that. I'm definitely really excited to start this movie. And I hope you guys are ready, because it's going to be a long one, like 1 hour and a half. So I hope you guys are ready for it, and let's start it. Oath under the snow. Oh, there's Kiritsugu. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. About the Holy Grail, maybe? Not too sure. Oh. Um. That's not good. Oh, that's... Damn. That's what happened in the city. Yep. There's probably nothing much you can do, unfortunately. That power probably stopped it. Hmm. There's that big hole. Really curious to see what actually happened there. What caused this? Oh, that's Miu. So she was one of those childs. Oh, she did something. Damn. So these childs were basically experiments to like hold the Holy Grail, because we know that she's basically the Holy Grail. Hmm. Hmm. Damn. Hmm. So that was part of what happened. Also learning more about Miu with this. Pretty nice. But quite sad at the same time. Yep. Not really an accident, but... Oh! Wonder if they did it a bit different from Fate Zero. Didn't look too similar. But it's the same. Almost the same. Hmm. Well, you're probably going to love what Shiro cooks, either way. We know just how good of a cook he is. Even though he was still young here, so probably still learning, not sure. Damn. He has some moves. Aw, that's really adorable. Like playing together. He already knows pretty much how to cook. Mew is so adorable. It's really nice to see how their relationship was. He's really focused on this. Yeah, that would be nice for her. But she never added. Damn. Yeah, he's really not caring about Mew. Just about her power. Yeah, but Shiro doesn't look at it like that. Shouldn't be like that though. It's really hard to not develop feelings with that happening. Oh, damn, he's about to die. It's going to be up to Shiro. Damn. They entrusted it to Shiro. That was some really nice backstory though. There's Issei probably. Wait, Julian. So he's like replacing Issei in this anime or something? Or in this world, I mean. They were actually together at some point. Because of what happened. The Great Fire. That's how they called it. Yeah, that was no gas explosion. Hmm. I wonder if he was already involved in this moment. He's probably going to find out about Mew. Oh, there's Sakura. Oh, that's nice. I was wondering if she was going to show up. You got to see her as a servant. Berserker Lancelot from Fate Zero, I believe. But it was not actually her, so just a pseudo servant, I believe. As Mew 5 years later. Oh, she's so adorable. Oh, she learned how to cook as well. So Mew should be 11 right now, or around that age. And they never celebrated the birthday, so I think they mentioned it in one of the episodes in Fate Kaleid. Hmm. Studying biology? Hmm. Yeah, I wonder how exactly is going to do things with Mew. Oh, that's those the pajamas. She's going to get those eventually. Is he going to buy them now? Oh, there's the gift. Yeah, that's really nice. I wonder which one was the first. I don't know if the panda or oh, it was that one. Oh, yeah, we know how Kiritsu wanted to use her as a tool because of her power, but hmm, it's still bad for me. Or developing some feelings, which is natural. Oh, she's wearing it. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Damn, that wish. At this point, she doesn't know who she really is and her power, I believe. Really nice to see this. Oh, there's the shooting star. That's really nice. Oh, she has a lot of dreams. That's so nice. But yeah, probably something bad is going to happen, so I'm a bit worried. But right now I'm enjoying it a lot. How they became so close to each other. And that's Erika and Sakura. Hmm. Well, yeah, if it's the same one in this world, then I really like Sakura. Yep. Hmm. Well, he has more reasons to be happy now. Everyone's thinking he likes younger girls. Oh, he's going to learn about Miu. It's his sister, apparently. Oh. Um. He already had the attitude here, so well, he's really happy. I don't see anything wrong with it. Hmm. Um. Oh, this relationship between them kind of reminds me a bit of Shinji, but yeah. Well, he really had some lunch prepared for him. But yeah, Shiro is not going to look at Miyu as just the tool anymore. It's really nice to see that he decided to treat her as a normal girl and teach her. She's so adorable. First time going out. And seeing Miyu like this just melts my heart. Different place this time. Oh, the place where she got rescued. Hmm, yep. Doesn't remember it. Yep, or Shiro, but damn. They were looking at her differently because of her power. Use her power. Damn. Wonder if something is going to trigger. Oh? Oh, this guy is there. Julian. Damn. He was. Whoa. So Erica was one of those divine childs as well. Oh. It was me who did that. Hmm. He already had this power. That unique magecraft to create those portals. Damn. He was already up to something at this point. Hmm. Was he the one who caused that? Yeah, exactly. So. Damn. Oh. Is that Angelica? Yeah, it's her. So that's what's happening. He's trying to do something, and Miu was the key to get things back so he could try again. Was talking about how he wanted Miu to redo everything that happened. So gave me the idea that he wants to keep trying something involving that shadow. And that's Kirei. Nope. Really far from her father. He was working in a restaurant, right? Hmm. Lost lamp. For Mio, though. Oh, he knows about it. Yep. At the end's worse. Yeah, the displacement. It's a magic they use. Not exactly. Yeah, without caring about the method though. It was that shadow, it was the end of that Holy Grail war. Damn. Yep. So that's what's actually happening. Yeah, he killed a lot of people trying to achieve that. That's not something that Shuri is going to do. Definitely going to oppose. Damn. Even if the goal is noble about wanting the continuation of humanity, those methods are just wrong. Killing innocent people to do it. Yep. They're right there. Place is basically concealed. Hmm. That's really sad. They tried to do it. He ended up being arrested, so. Oh, those weapons. There's Sakura. Some more enjoyable moments after these big revelations. But yeah, you can't forget Miyu. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, it's not totally okay either, but oh, yeah, she felt lonely. Those revelations, though, understanding a bit more of what Julian is actually up to. I had the idea he was trying to do an experiment, but it was actually wanting to restart the Holy Grail War, so he needs Miyu to be the vessel. Oh, damn. He was really away, so. Oh, she's a master now, but it's probably a different one, so she can become a servant, right? Damn, she's going to be part of it. I can understand him. Yeah, it's different here. Oh, the archer one. Oh, really? Hmm. Return alive. She's worried about him. She's not going to give up on me. For Sakura. Oh my god, really? Oh my god, it's Shinji is actually here. Oh my god. I hate this guy so much. Yeah, please use that archer card and kill this guy. In this world, he never met Shinji. Shiji. Damn. It's the exact same here. Oh, that card. Oh, it's assassin. Holy. I can't believe he actually did that to Sakura. Even though they're basically enemies, I guess. Asun. Really worried about Sakura. He needs to use a card. Damn, that wound. Hmm. Oh. She's actually the one going to use it. I want to see how she will look like. Oh, she's way better than you. Can't even compare. That one is a different case. That one is no simling. Or at least shouldn't be. Yep. Just don't get killed. Damn. Wait, what happened? The card didn't work? Those legs. And arm. It's all messed up. What's happening? It's a fake one. Oh, it's those cards they can expand. They create a noble phantasm or something. I think. Okay, I'm going to wait this guy forever. Oh my god. Yeah, never mind. This guy is. Man, I already hated him so much with the Evansville's movies. I can't believe he's actually here doing this shit again. Man, this guy really needs to die. This is generally the only guy I want to actually see dying. It's. Actually, really hope it happens in this movie as well. Damn. I'm so triggered. Holy. Keeps losing everything. I can't believe this actually happened to Sakura. Really hope something happens and this guy dies. He really needs to be gone. Oh my god. Man, these guys. I have no more words to describe this guy. It's just pure garbage. Old cards. Hmm. Oh, damn. He was able to use the power. He became his own heroic spirit. Damn. Nice. Please keep doing this. Don't run away. Damn. You're one to talk. This guy probably is. That's disgusting. And that fits him so well. I mean, that's really cool. Well, you're not doing much. This guy's completely crazy. Damn. Hopefully not. Yeah, just finish him off. Damn. Oh. Scarf. Hmm. What happened? Oh, nice. Just die. He came from behind. Hmm. Was sneaking from behind, but he saw it coming. Yeah, for real, just die there. I honestly don't care about what happens to this guy. So triggering just to look at him. Oh. Hmm. Well, I think it happened. And I'm not sad at all, I mean... I can't believe he came to this anime to do the same... Not the same thing, because... Never killed Sakura, but... In this one he did. Or at least... Did something really bad to her. And I wonder if that's how she became this... Like, servant... That appeared in the 4th season. That's so... Hmm. She learned about everything. And this whole situation... I really like that everything is being explained, but... Yeah, this guy. Oh... Alright then. It wasn't actually her brother there, just a doll. Hmm. Mixed feelings about it. Because it really looked like Shinji. Like, if it was a doll, it was really well done because it was basically him. Oh, that guy. I remember him. He was the owner of the Master of Caster in Fate Stay Night. The first one. Then it became Suzuki. And he participated in this war apparently. Quite interesting that he's the one using Caster's cards. But it's all dolls. Like a different method to do it. Rider though. Wonder if I know the character. It's Karya. Should be him. Yeah, it's him. Damn. We're watching a lot of characters we know. In different situations, of course. Damn. He started defeating all of them. Well, it's himself. Yep. And this whole sentence triggers me so much. Keynes is also here. Hmm. I actually really love this. Even though they're dolls, I believe. They're not really alive. Still nice to see it. And he's using the Lancer card, so that's even more interesting. Really like how they did this. Well, there you go. Damn. Yep. A guardian, exactly. Who's this one? Saber. That Lancelot? Not too sure, probably not. Excalibur. I wonder who the character is. Damn. Yeah, he's basically defeating everyone in order to reach the Grail, which is basically Miu at this point. Oh, who's this one? Wait, is that Darius? That's Darius, right? Damn. Hmm. Now we can enter that place. Something bad is going to happen. Yep, that was Darius. That big hole. Oh, that place. This is a place that got swapped with the other world, right? I mean, it probably hasn't swapped yet, but it's where it eventually happens. And he's there. It's more about the methods. Yep, he's different. He's going to try and save everyone. Yeah. Hmm. Really? Damn. It's really beautiful. Their happiness. Yep. That was really nice. I wonder if this is when he sent Miu to the other world, basically saving her. At the start, but he changed. He never really looked at Miu like that. Yeah, he got interrupted. Find happiness and get some friends. Yeah, this is when it happened. She did. That was really nice. Easy effects. That was really nice of him. Really like how they showed a lot of what happened before Miu went to the other world and met Ilya and the others. Oh, Angelica. Damn. Yep. Yeah, really hate how they tricked her. Yeah, they don't care about that. Yep. Damn. Game limited blade works. I feel like these two are destined to fight. Already happened quite some times. And this is also one of the few who could keep up with Gilgamesh. Damn. Hmm. Yep. Oh, he's going to use the unlimited blade works. The shield first. There it is. Yep. This is going to be cool. This reminds me a lot of Wednesday Night, but a bit different. The end will probably not be the same, because we know what happens to Shiro. Oh, damn. Oh, the displacement. Yeah, that magic is really strong. She can do that even inside of a reality marble, which is sick. I mean, probably not that sick because she can use the Gate of Babylon as well, so. Damn. Created that sword as well. Hmm. Oh, the EA. Yep. Goodbye, reality marble. Yep. It's going to use all of that. Still going to try, but. Yep. Exactly. That was really well put. Just comparing EA and those swords to Miu and humanity. Or at least that's how I see it. Even if she's like a tool to save the world, or at least that's how they want to use her. It shouldn't happen. Damn, that was quite something. I mean, they don't even know if that wish would be possible. I mean, the Ainsworths. So, just the method they wanted to use. And of course, Shiro wouldn't allow Mew to be sacrificed for that purpose. It's really important to him. Damn, we're watching the first moments when she arrived in this world. She's going to find Luvia first, probably. Sapphire. I believe she had Sapphire before they met. Going to be really different for her. Damn. It was dangerous. Oh, the clothes. Is that supposed to be one of the fights? When they were fighting to get the cards? Yep. When they went away. First episode. And somehow Sapphire ended up there. Hmm. Yep. Yeah, it was really hard for her at that moment. Damn. Is this when they're fighting Ryder? Yeah, it is. The moment she met Ilya. That's basically how everything happened in his world as well. Mew got sent here along with the cards. That's why she always had this objective. Yep. Oh, that's the end of the movie. Man, that was so nice. I was actually not expecting the movie to be exactly like this, but of course, I never watched it, so I was just assuming that it was going to be showing a bit of this story, but also the following moments, like what would happen after they sort that situation, basically fighting against Julian after that whole moment with the mud and like basically the end of the fourth season. But yeah, apparently this movie was only about these past moments before Miu even went to Ilya's world. So I'm guessing that the next season is going to be about fighting Julian once again. But yeah, this was a phenomenal movie. Really loved it. Was actually not expecting it to be this good. I'm really liking Fate Kaleid, don't take me wrong, but I don't know. Just felt way better than what I was expecting. Really loved all of this story. And even though some things were different, I guess, still pretty nice. Also because it's hard to like sometimes in Fate, it's really hard to completely understand everything. There's so much to think about. And also in this different anime, they do things differently. So we tend to think about things one way, and in this one, it's a bit different. So it's easy to be a bit confused sometimes. But yeah, it felt really good to watch this movie. It actually didn't feel that long. I was enjoying it so much that time just passed by. But yeah, some things really triggered me. I won't deny it. That thing with Sakura, man. I believe Sakura was not a doll. She was tricked into believing that she was participating in this war and that she had the archer card. And I found it a bit weird because we saw Angelica before, and she's basically using the archer card. So I don't know. That basically explained it. It was not a real one. Really hate Shinji, even though it was a doll, but I don't know if he was like this in this world or not, because things in this world are a bit different. But still, that was really hard to see. And I'm assuming that what happened to Sakura, she basically died there. But we saw the displacement as well, so they got her body and they turned her into a pseudo servant, maybe. That's how we saw that Berserker Lancelot version on her. But I'm not too sure about this. But we definitely saw her in episode 11, I believe, of the fourth season of Fate Kaleid. We saw her using that card, or so to say. I'm not sure. It's not a card, most likely. Just a pseudo servant. I'm not even too sure about what to call it. But yeah, really glad that this movie explained a lot of things. Even though it didn't explain anything about Tanaka, but probably in the next season we'll learn more about that. And yeah, we got to learn plenty about Miu. This was mostly about the situation between Shiro and Miu, and not exactly what was happening in the fourth season. But yeah, it was really nice to see this movie. Really loved it. And now we understand a bit more of what happened before and what Shiro had to go through in order to save Miu and to send her to this different world. Because we already knew like how most things would happen, because we learned that in the normal anime, I guess, not in this movie. So yeah, we already knew the outcome of some things, basically that Shiro would get defeated in that place, and it was still pretty cool to see all of the fight and how Angelica had to use the EA to defeat him. And we know that that weapon is really strong and it's almost impossible to fight against it. But it was still really nice to see this, like Shiro comparing this situation to, I believe, Miu and humanity, because he was saying that some things, sometimes one thing can outweigh a lot of things. And I believe he was basically implying that sometimes one life is worth, if not more, like at least the same as all of the other things. So it's basically implying that Miu shouldn't be sacrificed for this, and that he's really going to care about her, and he already is caring about her a lot. And he found his way to basically make the wish using her, but in order to save her. So that was a really nice gesture of him, or a really nice attitude of him. And now it was basically about Miyu finding her own happiness in this world with Ilya and the others, and she really did. So it was really nice for her. But now we have this situation with everyone in this world once again, and Ilya and the others actually came to this world we saw in the movie right now. So they're going to try and work together in order to defeat Julian, and it's really good to like be more aware of what's actually happening and what Julian is actually trying to do. And hopefully they don't succeed on this. I mean, it's really noble to want to achieve this goal of wanting to save humanity, but yeah, it's more about the methods they want to use, because I've seen this plenty of times in Fate about how a character basically seeking for the salvation of humanity, but the process is basically killing everyone else. So it's like a really bad way of doing it, and hopefully they find another way to solve whatever is happening in this world. But yeah, we'll probably see that in the next season. I'm not too sure of when it's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it is going to happen, but don't know when. But it's definitely going to be really good. I was like, when I started this anime, I was mostly looking at it as a sort of a Fate etchy anime or something like that, with lots of fan service. And it was mostly that in the first seasons, I guess. We had a lot of these moments with the girls just doing a lot of pervy things, I guess, and a lot of fan service involved. But there was always this like story going along with it, and it started becoming more and more interesting. And I believe that this fourth season, it was basically the one with the most interesting story, or at least the point of the story that got me the most and got me really invested on it. But yeah, while the other seasons were always enjoyable to watch, everything was really good and made me laugh a lot with all of these funny moments happening. The story is actually really good as well, so it's really nice to see this, and really love to like get all of these explanations to make me understand a lot better all of these seasons that I've watched previously. And yeah, in the end, it was a great time to watch this. I was like really surprised to see some characters being here, and I mean, they weren't exactly here because they were mostly dolls, but they were using their appearance, I guess. And even Shinji was a doll here, so I don't know if I already said this, but I don't know if he was like this before or not, before he passed away, because Sakura mentioned that he died. But I don't know. I don't know if he used to be like this, but the one we saw acting in this movie, it was definitely the Shinji we know. So that was really disgusting to see how he was targeting Sakura and eventually killed her, which was really sad, because I believe it was really Sakura and not a doll in that moment. So yeah, it was really, really sad to see that happening. And then we got to see some characters from previous like Fate animes, and like for example, Kainis from Fate Zero, he was also using the Lancer card, so that was a really interesting combination, because he was Lancer's master in that world, or in that anime Fate Zero. And we also got to see which one was the other one, Karia from Fate Zero as well. So there was a lot of people from Fate Zero in this one. And yeah, in the end, we got to see that the final card that he acquired was basically by defeating Saber, and that was Darius, so Julian's father. That's he was already dead at that moment, and we all knew. Like, it got revealed at some point in one of the episodes from the fourth season that Julian was basically using Darius as a, like, he was disguising himself as Darius, so they wouldn't know it was actually Julian. And yeah, it was really nice to learn all of this. I really love to watch this movie. Probably going to watch it some more times, or at least some key moments. I'm definitely going to rewatch those to maybe get some more like to clarify some things, mostly because it's really hard to understand everything the first time you watch. So it's always nice to rewatch some of the scenes just so you are completely sure of what happened. But yeah, it was really nice to learn all of this story about Miyu and how they came to discover her. And apparently, she was also one of those divine childs. They were basically like there was this family growing these childs, and they were supposed to be like grant wishing devices, something like that. But it was really sweet to know by the end, and Shiro was explaining it, that their whole purpose was to wish for these children to be happy and to find like happiness in their life. So that was a really noble wish and a really nice way of doing things. But yeah, this guy, Julian, has a different purpose for it. He's basically wanting to start his Holy Grail War once again in order to like for his wish to be granted. But we also saw at the end, I believe it was even at the in the final moments of the last episode of the fourth season. So after the credits, we saw this small scene, and I'm actually not too sure if it was in that scene or a bit before they basically went off screen. They were mentioning that I believe it was Gilgamesh who said this. Not too sure if it was him or not, but someone definitely mentioned that they needed two Holy Grails for his wish to be granted. So I'm not too sure of what he's going to try and do. I'm not exactly sure if he's going to focus on Miu and Ilya, because we know that Ilya was supposed to be the vessel of the Holy Grail before, but Irisville did something about it and prevented it from happening. But yeah, I'm not too sure if Julian is intending on using both of them, because he said at the end, now it's really the last part of the episode, he mentioned that he was going to target two people. So I'm not too sure if it's definitely Miu and Ilya. But yeah, we'll see about it. I'm not even sure if Tanaka is supposed to be one of these divine childs as well. Now that I think about this, it's definitely going to be really interesting to learn about this in the next season, or at least that's something that I'm hoping for, since it wasn't really explained in this movie. She didn't even appear. So yeah, either way, we also got to see this moment with Erika, and I believe she was also a divine child. I'm not too sure, but she was able to see that whatever was inside of Miu, the Grail or something, like her power, was still intact. So she was able to see that. I'm not too sure if that was basically implying that Erika was also a divine child or not, but she's definitely special. And we saw how in the end of the fourth season she was also turned into this mud doll of calamity, I believe. And I'm not too sure about what she's able to do in this form, but that's probably something that we'll be able to see in the fifth season. But yeah, I don't know when that will happen. I'm definitely really excited to watch it. I'm just really hoping for some more news about this season and about when it's going to finally be aired. But yeah, we'll see about that. Either way, really love this movie. It was really awesome to watch this. And in the end, I really hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to this movie as well. And if you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. And you can also join my Discord and my Patreon if you want to get early access to my full reactions. So yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. So take care, guys.